Today I'm going to be showing you how I go about respraying plastic interior panels to make them look like brand new again, or at least as good as they can be. Unfortunately, these ones I have here are pretty deteriorated, and as you can see, when it gets to this point where the plastic is actually rotting from sun damage, so you can drag your fingernail through it and it comes out is like a dust. And I'm going to do my best with that, but you have to understand, when it gets to that point, those panels aren't going to look like new anymore. There's really nothing you can do. I mean, you can make them the color again, but that spray, the dye, doesn't hide anything, so it will be whatever it is, you know. Pieces like this, which are still pretty nice, now that has the potential to look like brand new again, but for this truck in particular, I just want it to look nicer inside. It's just going to be a work truck, it's not a restoration, and so for now this will do just fine. First thing I'm going to do is start by washing them up and scrubbing them with soap and water to get whatever is loose on them to come off, and we'll start there and see how it goes. Alright, now these are drying in the sun. That shouldn't take too long. I thought I'd take a minute to talk about the spray I'll be using. This particular one is from LMR, which is Late Model Restoration. It's a place that specializes in Mustangs, and they're the only ones that actually had the correct color, which is Ford Regatta Blue, 85 to 89. Says Mustang, but of course they also used it in, you know, all Ford products at the time. And this paint is actually, the color is pretty spot on, but it's very expensive, like $30 a can, and it doesn't cover that well. And for that reason, some of these panels I'm going to put to black, which you can buy at any part store, and I felt like it'd be a waste to buy like 4 cans, and the plastic is already about gone in some spots. It's not going to look great either way. And you may think, like I was talking about before, how this outer layer turns to dust. You may think like, oh, well, why wouldn't you sand that or scuff it or get that off? And you could do that, but this, you know how all cars of the era have that fake leather texture pressed into the plastic, and that, if you were to remove that, you would end up with some strange looking smooth plastic. And so, like I was saying before, if you're trying to restore something, you should probably just get the best plastic you can find and go from there. But these ought to be dry in a minute or two, and then I'll get to spraying them and we'll see how it looks. We'll start with the ones in good condition. These should come out nicely. I should be able to just dust the paint on lightly. Shouldn't take much to cover this because they're not really that bad to start with. Really don't want to get paint on my camera. That would not be good. I think it dries pretty quick. Not bad. It looks like one coat will work on those. Now we'll get on to the worst stuff. And here's a piece that is not going to come out looking great, but at least it'll be blue. said, it does not cover really very well. Man, it appears to dry really quickly. It probably would be dry to the touch in just a minute or two. I guess I'll just keep going. It does not appear to be puddling up anywhere. That appears to be pretty even. So I think I'll just go with that. I'm willing to call that finished. You see the damage in the plastic. Of course it shows through, but not half bad. All right, now we're on to the lower half plastic that's in the rear portion of the truck and the extended cab, and this is going to be black, just flat black. And looks like I probably am going to have just enough blue to do what I wanted to do, although I would have liked to have done the door panels also. I bought 2 cans of the stuff and it's quickly running out. That covers a lot better. Especially considering it's a color change from the blue to black. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off before I get paint on it. And here's a sample of what the finished product looks like. It's got a little bit of a shine to it in the sun. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. It's going to look a lot better than it did. I'm going to do another video in the future. Well, I need to properly introduce this truck. I haven't. I got it maybe a month ago or something like that, and I haven't done anything official with it. And I'll tell you what my plans are for the truck, and I'm not looking to restore it, but just make it reasonably nice. And stay tuned for the future episodes, and thanks for watching.